Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another Hot Toys Secret Base figure preview video. Now before we begin, as always, I have to say a massive thank you to Ryan Kirkwood for going with me in person and snapping these glorious high-res pictures. Because that's right, this time I was there, I saw tech in person on display at Secret Base. Now if you are looking to pre-order your very own tech or Rekka, they are both available to pre-order from toyswonderland.com. Link for that is in the description below. They have installment plans and a reward system. While you're down there, why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon and join button, so you're notified as soon as a brand new Hot Toys review or figure preview video goes live on the channel. And that's it. We're done. Rekka, Tech, Crosshair, Echo, and Hunter, the entire team assembled. What's that? Omega? Well, we'll have to wait and see. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves, but the full main team from Clone Wars Season 7, we have the Bad Batch. Do I eventually want an Omega? Yeah, maybe, but for now, I'm more than happy. Now, as for Tech himself, he comes with a full array of accessories, and when I say full, I mean it. This time, it's not just hands, a blaster, and a knife. Comes with a couple of new doohickeys as well. Now, for his hands, he does have an asymmetrical design with some armor plating on the left side, and on the right side, a doohickey. Because, it's Tech, why the heck not? Of course there's going to be, so sorry to say this, but some tech. Now, he does come with two droid poppers, one that's the full grenade and one that's only the half, so he can pop it on some droids, or the ground, or his display base, or something else entirely. It's up to you. Now, I find it interesting that Hot Toys specifically call out 3 styles, where to me, there's only 2. Helmet on or helmet off, because just moving the visor down, not really a third display option, but we'll let Hot Toys have that one. Yes, technically 3 different display options. And we did ask the Secret Base staff how the heck he wears his helmet. I will reveal that a little bit later on. The display base, rectangular, nothing really to write home about. We've seen this style of display base a bunch of times before, and you have the option of the base topper or no base topper. You can take off the piece that says Bad Batch and has Tech's helmet. It's entirely up to you. As for Tech's armor and his body, not sure if the body is all new, but the armor, it certainly is. We do have a lot of reuse with our clones, but not this time, I reckon. This armor is all specific to Tech. Except for a couple of bits and pieces like the crotch plate, but, for the most part, everything is new here. He does have some straps and some harnesses, and some of it looks like pleather, but other pieces don't. I mean, that pouch, that looks sculpted plastic all day long, and that makes me really happy because, as you all know, pleather is pleather and pleather flakes. But if you sculpt plastic to look like pleather, which Hot Toys can do, they can include a bunch of grain and surface texture and scratches and then paint it to look like leather with some dry brushing around the edges. It's never going to crack, it's never going to flake, and it looks just as good as leather ever could, so it always kind of surprises me when I see Hot Toys go, hey, here we go, look at all this pleather, when this is quite clearly a tool in their tool belt. I am so sorry that they just have waiting in the wings. Longevity is always a good thing, so Hot Toys do stuff like this. All of these pouches, fully sculpted, no pleather, but they look like leather, they've got the grain, they've got the patina on the surface, and they've even got stitching sculpted in. Now that's enough about the belts. I want to talk about the undersuit, because this undersuit, also all new. Usually with these clones, there's ribbing and there's various bits and pieces that have that line work on the surface, but with Tech, it's all smooth. So this guy here is going to be quite drastically different. I am hoping there's not a ton of padding under this, so he can pull off some crazy poses, but in the promo pics, they had him in some really sick poses, so yeah, wouldn't surprise me. For his upper torso though, it does go back to the ribbing, so you have a good mix. You've got the smooth sections for the legs and also his torso, but his arms, they do have a little bit of ribbing, so it does tie into the look of the rest of the team, so he's not going to stand out for the wrong reasons. I know I've just said he will stand out, but you know what I mean. He's going to blend in well, but still be his own dude. Now, he does have dirt and grime everywhere. This armor is filthy. You can tell that even though Tech is the tech head, he's still been through some stuff, and he's kicked some serious butt. He does come with 2 DC-17 blaster pistols, and I love blaster pistols. They are smaller, but they're still a really cool sidearm design. Although, if you didn't want to have him holding weapons, totally understand. You can have him bending down, taking something out of his backpack, maybe his data pad, or you could have him interacting with his data pad. It's entirely up to you. Speaking of up to you, and speaking of options, does this helmet actually swap on as in a separate head sculpt, and the tech head sculpt is an entirely different thing you pop on? Or does it slide over the head sculpt and you have to kind of contend with snapping bits and pieces around the head? Think Hot Toys Hoth Snowspeeder Luke Skywalker. It's the latter. You actually have the full tech head sculpt underneath the helmet, and you have to snap the various bits and pieces over the top. Now, some people are really going to love that, because, you know, it's the old school thing of being able to take on and off a head sculpt. Some people really enjoy removable helmets, and all the power to you. It's a neat gimmick, but for me, I'm not about that. I would prefer a separate head sculpt, because trying to slide this on and off constantly, I would be super worried about scratching the paint underneath the helmet, and maybe if you keep it on there for a long period of time, it will dent the head sculpt, there'll be scratches, and yes, I know, there'll probably be foam padding, but foam padding ain't foolproof, and keeping this stuff sandwiched on there, it makes me personally a little bit worried. So, as for tech, will I be going helmet on or helmet off? I don't honestly know. Seeing that pop of skin tone around his eyes, his lenses, it's a really cool effect, and it's accurate to the show, but 2 head sculpts, one with the helmet on, one with the helmet off, I reckon absolutely would have been the way to go. If you do prefer being able to slide it on and off though, all the power to you. Let me know down below. If you are looking to pre-order Tick or Rika, they are available from toyswonderland.com. I have popped the link for that in the description below. They do have installment plans and a reward system. I apologise for my New Zealand style pronunciation. While you are down there, why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon and join button if you like the sound of seeing your name in the end credits of my reviews. Like, comment and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.